I think the root is just, at the end of the day, is just to turn to righteousness and light. But for Africa particularly, is to begin to cut off of this Western influence. They are the ones who bring this extra money, gives them the fake dollar, right? Borrowing monies that they don't need because of this economic hitmen that they send to them in Africa to borrow money, from them and stuff, and eventually tell them what to do with the money, And they can't. It's just like blood money we watch in Nollywood film.
Yes.
Well, those monies they borrow, they can't use it for just anything. That's what you will find. You see, they have to use for specific things. And at the end of the day, even the physical money or printed money or even digital money comes back to these companies from the Western world.
Yes,
You
they
see.
still get it back.
Yeah, they get it back. And the people are displaced from the natural land. Agriculture keeps going down, and they have to keep depending on the money, depending them throughout. You see, so I like using this, right? Now, this is they've also called this a hoax, by the way. You see, so it is supposed to be a letter from Lord Macaulay addressed to the British Parliament on 2nd February 1835. So maybe I should open just the picture itself so that we can have a better view. Now, they've called this a hoax, which I'm not surprised they would call it a hoax. But then again, I ask myself, mainstream tries to say that this letter didn't exist, just like they denied the Albert Pike letter.
Yeah.
They have also said, in fact, that the King Leopold's letter to the Congolese missionaries, that was also a hoax, the missionaries to the Congo. So they
Who will
always
take the time to go and make that hoax?
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And even from this letter, I'll soon read it, you discover that if I am smart enough to make this kind of, to understand how Africa has been messed up, right? And I can figure it out this easily, I'll rather make it into a book and take credit for it.
And make
Do you
money
understand?
from it, yeah.
Right? And give it over to some parliament guy speaking.
For free.
You see? So it's better for me to do it for myself than to take all this intelligence and put it under the idea of just being a victim. No, this is the real stuff. Now we now have an Indian version. Anyway, let me read what the stuff is. I've traveled across the length and breadth of Africa, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country. Such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country, which means they've been thinking about conquering it,
Yes.
unless we break the very backbone of this nation. Consider Africa like one people,
nation.
you see. But now how? Which or what, rather, is the very backbone of the nation? According to this guy's thoughts, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. So that's what they went for.
Spiritual and cultural heritage.